Hello, my fellow TBCians. It has been a while since I've not been sharing with you. I know it has been almost a week. Yeah. So today I just felt that I should share something with you. And the time now, it's 05:55 p.m. South African time, or you can say it's 17:55 p.m. South African time. And the date is the 21st of the 5th month, or you can say May 2018. It's good to see all of you after a very long week. We had some activities in the Free State Province, Welkom, South Africa. And it's about revival time now. Also, it's migration time. Yeah, we are also aware that many are going through hard times currently. The economy of the world, it's really shaking up, and only few of us, of course, are having a share in it. And not forgetting the inflation and the economy of each and every country around the globe. It's a struggle. It's really hard for everyone. But now the question is that when things are like these, what is to be done? And this question is based on each and every individual who is living under the sun globally, yes. So what can be done? What is that we have to do? Because we have seen there's been a backlog, struggles, challenges in every endeavor that we are trying to engage ourselves with. And finances, wars, starvations, poverty, it's a chaos around the globe currently. Everyone can see that. And we have another group, those who are working for a firm or a company or corporation. They're also going through some struggles. It's really challenging. And the bottom line is, what is the solution? Okay. But first, there are things that we have to understand, and there are things that we have to do in order to move out of that trap. Because being in poverty, poverty, it's not original. It's not something that was introduced by the creator, but it's a man-made thing. Just like a disease called cancer, it's a man-made disease. So what do we do now? What is the strategy? What is the way forward? Okay. In my last live stream replay video, I shared with you some things that one has to apply in order to be successful. Okay. One, we discussed about self-discipline. The self-discipline was based on an individual, or you personally, or myself. Okay. And then secondly, it was discipline in your corporation or discipline in your business, and how to conduct your finances in order to see a success in your dream. It was the second one. Now, today, I'm not actually complementing the two, meaning the previous last live stream and the current one. No. They're different, but I would love to say, as you can see on the heading there, it says leverage. Okay. These are the tools that one should apply in order to be successful. But without them, if you apply one and leave two aside, then there's going to be a problem. But what we are doing here, we are trying to share with everyone who's willing to share with us. And like I can see here, we have 6 viewers currently, though they are not joining us on the top chat. But if there is some questions in relation with what we are currently discussing, also TBC, you are free and welcome to share with us, or any testimony. But bear in mind that there are some questions that I can answer. There are questions that I cannot answer. Some of those that I cannot answer, I will refer you somewhere to retrieve or to go through some articles in order for you to get a broader understanding about your answers. Because within the TBC community, we don't just give out answers, but every answer that we forward to you, it must be by referral. We must also refer you somewhere, so that we must share the same information. We must talk the same language. So these are the things that everyone has to do within this community. Since we all understand that TBC, it's a private community, or it's a movement, okay? And it is not just a movement. It is a movement that is destined to end poverty globally, not just in South Africa, but globally, okay? So there is much within this community, and admin of TBC has much in store for each and everyone who's willing to be a part of this community. Once you engage yourself, or you start liaising or associating yourselves with the true trusted leaders of TBC, then you'll begin to see what we are talking about. In addition to that, we have a partnership, okay, for 50% share. That also, before one commence that relationship, yes, of course, there has to be a relationship, and you must know exactly the person that you're partnering with, that trusted seller or a leader. You have tools, you have access to check that particular person. You can go to .info, punch in trusted seller, take the email of that person, and request the information. It will tell you that this person, yes, it is a trusted seller. And not just that, we have live stream broadcasts. One can go through some videos, and then there's quite a lot, because you must know who you are dealing with, or who you are partnering with. So these are some of the things, because of course, at the end of the day, we are not the same. And then that particular person, after you have made a choice that you will partner with that person, there's gonna be now an ongoing process on how to do this, how to do that, in order for you to get acquainted and understand what is it, what is the TBC system. because remember, we are not an investment company, but we are a system, okay? Once you have applied the basics of this system, as for the rest, the system will take care of other things, okay? We are not talking about the investment and the interest and my incentive per day, how much am I getting, or promising people high returns. No, that is not true. We are talking about the value in TBC or growth in TBC. Yes, we do have a projection option or arrangement within our program, where it will give you an estimate that after 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, the value of your what? Of your wealth after 6 months will be at this point. After 8 months, after 1 year, and it can even give you beyond that if you want, but it's a value. Now, when we invite people into this community, I mentioned in my last 3 videos before the latest one that we don't convince people in this community. Why I'm mentioning convincing? You see, as soon as you start telling a person that this person after 6 months will be entitled for so much or so much millions or billions, you are not helping that person. You are convincing that person. Then how is that person going to react? Of course, because you have convinced that person. Then after 6 months or 8 months or 12 months, that person will automatically come back to you and start asking you, now I need to cash out. Like what is happening currently to some of our members, because the presentation was done wrongly. Now, in my last 3 videos before the latest, I've requested each and every TBC member to open up and tell our communities the truth, that as soon as you come on board or as soon as you join this community, you must let people know that they will be put to work. To work for who? Not for TBC admin or not for me or you, but for themselves. Because in order for one to see progress, that particular one has to put an effort, or that person has to earn something. I hope we're clear on that, okay? Yeah, before I continue, we have currently 12 viewers. I'll request you to share something or show yourselves on the top chat, state your name, the country. That will be nice. You just go on a chat and chat with us so that we can have more views from you guys. I'll send the message again. Yeah. Okay. So we don't promise people to high returns like in HYIPs or online HYIPs, high yield investment programs. Most of us, we from networking, we have gone through the HYIPs. Some they scammed us. We went through trading companies like Forex, stock exchange, MLM, multi-level marketings, traditional networks, triple M's, and etc. You name them. Well, from there, I'm a network. I try to put my foot in almost everywhere. So, but that was a learning curve. But today, I can actually tell that no, this one, it's okay. This one is not okay. Okay. So now, coming back to the tools that will make everyone successful in TBC, because TBC is completely different. It's not associated with coin-based market coins or currencies. It's independent. Okay. Next time, I'll share more with you about TBC, how it started, and why are we not a part of the coin-based market. Okay. So, with leverage, what is it? Leverage is the power. You can apply leverage in two ways. You can apply leverage in a negative way. It will work for you in a negative way. You can apply leverage in a positive way. In turn, it will benefit you, of course. It can even lead you to success. So it will depend how you apply it. Some, they use it. Some, they abuse it. Some, they fear it. Because like I mentioned, leverage is the power. Okay. So because of its power, that is why some are afraid of it. But it is you who it is you who decides how to use it. Okay. And it can work in your favor, like I said. Okay. It can even work against your plans. Okay. In life or anywhere, wherever you are, everyone can be rich, wealthy. You can be whatever you want to be. But remember, how do you use leverage? Because leverage is the power. Okay. Sometimes, some of us here, we are asking ourselves some questions. Why some people are rich and why some people are poor? Those are the questions we are asking ourselves all the time, especially when we are under severe financial constraints. We tend to ask ourselves those questions. Okay. Leverage, it's a very big work because you have to do something in order to cultivate something out of it. And some will say to you, money, if you have money, then you are rich. Money cannot make you rich. But the principles that you are applying when you have money, those are the ones that will make you rich. So it will depend how you apply that. Okay. Using the right words, that application or that process will determine whether you're going to reach out or not. Okay. As soon as you tell yourself that I am poor or I cannot do it, I won't make it, of course, your brains will automatically grasp that and start working within yourself, or within you. Okay. But if you say, this is what I want, and I'll ensure that irrespective of drifts along the way, I will reach out. It doesn't matter how much effort it requires. Then that will work in your favor. Okay. Then in the billion coin, we still require this leverage or those principles: self-discipline, discipline in your corporation or business, and how do you safeguard, or how do you apply these principles in reaching out your success. Of course, leverage is also one of them. Okay. Remember how to use it. Don't abuse it, but use it correctly. And don't fear it, but accept it and apply it. Then at the end, you'll begin to see the things that I've already explained, that in this community there is much, but sorry for that. Yeah, so our time slot, it's almost 30 minutes, and sorry for that. Sorry for that, my fellows. Yeah, so our time slot is normally 30 minutes, but I think I'll try to be brief. If there are any questions, we have a chat room there. You can pose your question there. Let's share it. Not unless there isn't anything. And I see currently we have now 10 viewers. Just go on the, click on the chat, top chat, and then you can chat there. State your name, your country. Currently, we are broadcasting from the Republic of South Africa. Okay. And you are sharing with Lawrence Butana Maluleke, the TBC elected country leader of TBC in SA. Okay, I'll borrow you only 2 minutes. From there, we will be shutting down. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. While you're still connecting, or I know many are still not familiar with our live stream, how to chat and things like that. While you're still searching for the options, I will be live streaming again, probably late today. It could be after midnight or before. It will depend, yeah, because of my schedule. But tomorrow, of course, I will have the early broadcast, and another one will be at 16 hours South African time. That is 4 o'clock p.m. South African time, because there's quite much that I would love to share with you. Okay, after 2 minutes, I'll have few words and then we can close. Okay, for now, I know that there's quite a number of people who have subscribed to me on the, what do you call this? Send buttons meeting. So I will reply to you so that we can touch base. If there's anything again, you can just leave the message on the. You can just leave a message on the. There's a description box there. There is another email, my secondary email. Okay. Then you can just leave a message so that I can touch base with you. Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm going to have to approve so that next time when we go live, then we can just get the link at once. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. We're going to have to end the live stream, but I will have another one later. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to approve, because there's a lot of subscribers today. I'm going to approve that. Then from there, later you will eventually receive the link as soon as I'm live. And thanks again for showing interest in this live stream. And it is also good to join others as well. This is what I'm currently doing. And thank you again. I'm looking forward to share with you. Let's move forward with the grand mission. And thanks again. Bye.